And here we are on number 50 of this list. Yeah, here we are in Sharp Cinema at Area DMG, and we are on number 50 of 52 2023. And what is movie number 50? Movie number 50 is a movie that, if you worked with me at Hastings, you know I didn't shut up about this damn movie. I know, sorry for using the word damn, but whatever, get used to it. This movie, in fact, like, I have a weird art somewhere where somebody kind of like just juxtaposed my face onto to a parody of this artwork, and I was calling it well, I'll let you know what it's called in a little bit, but this is a really great graphic novel that's built into two parts, and I recommend people read it. It is for an older audience, similar to like how if you were in school, you probably read, you might have read Moss in school. If you were in any kind of good school, you probably read Moss. You probably read this too. It has been challenged quite a bit because, yeah, it is for older audiences because the graphic novel that it's based off of has some content. Now, not all graphic novels are for all ages. People need to look at comic books and realize that comic books are not necessarily for children. There's a big difference between, say, some like early Archie comics or like some Teen Titan comics or whatnot that are made for children, and then ones that are not made for, like, they're made for an older audience that appreciates stuff like Strangers in Paradise, for example, or Ghost World, or actually Bone is a really good one that I think all ages can read, although it does have some scary content you need to be aware of for that when bringing that in. But also things like, I love The Thief of Always, the graphic novel for that, and the book. I can't wait to see what the movie for that will be like. Certain other stuff like Sandman, that's a good one. Kick-Ass, the first one is a good comic book. I feel like the comic book is really, really good, and there's some spots that they just did not hit at all in the movie, and it made me annoyed. In fact, the whole last part of that just irritated me because I feel like, okay, you've got an R rating already. Go hard R, go be the movie that the comic book should be. Kind of like how the Netflix series for The End of the Effing World is pretty close to comic. There's some stuff that they changed, but the changes they made make sense, and they still deliver a really solid story. The 300, a pretty solid little comic book movie. The same with American Splendor, or Blue is the Warmest Color, or Persepolis. Now, I have a parody artwork that somebody made. It's in one of my boxes, and they turned it like full Persepolis because I would not shut up about this movie and about this book. I kept on going, you need to check this out, you need to check this out, rent it, check it out, check it out, check it out. You're in a damn movie store, Hastings, pick up a movie, watch it. I mean, you know what? Sometimes if I'm making a suggestion to you about something you should watch, there's a reason for that, because a lot of this stuff is really good. And this one, about a young girl growing up during the fall of the Shah in Iran, and then her experiences in Europe and such, but growing up in Iran when during the Islamic Revolution, which, by the way, Iran is not free, and people are like, it should be named Iran. Iran. You know what? Iran's so far away. Anyways, but no, I recommend this. I really wholeheartedly recommend that people check this one out. Also, Banned Book Club is a good little graphic novel. There's so many different ones I would recommend. But Persepolis I definitely recommend. Now, this is banned in some schools. And by banned, I mean that they do not include it in their library. But that shouldn't stop you from tracking down a copy of the graphic novel or a copy of the movie and checking it out. It was nominated for an Academy Award. Didn't win. In fact, what you'll notice is that some stuff on this list has been kind of a little bit more obscure, sort of. I mean, I'm going through this entire list without including anything from the Disney canon, or anything from Studio Ghibli. I know I've got like two movies left, and you're like, what? Yeah, you're not going to see Howl's Moving Castle, or Spirited Away, or Princess Mononoke, or Whisper of the Heart, or Ocean Waves, or Only Yesterday, or When Marnie Was There, or any of those wonderful, wonderful movies on this list this year. Maybe next year. But yeah, Persepolis, a film by Marjane Satrapi and Vincent Paronnaud. Go check it out. It is black and white with limited color, and it's actually really, really... It's funny, but it's also like... It kind of like Waltz with Bashir. I think people need to get a perspective, especially in the United States. One thing we don't have in the United States is a lot of perspective. We have a lot of very much privilege in the United States. I know. I know what you're thinking. Wait a second. What? You're gonna rant about privilege? Next you're gonna be telling me no. Your pronouns are a privilege. Okay? They are a privilege afforded to you by living in a country where having those and having that will not get you murdered. Well, it shouldn't get you murdered. At no point should it ever get anybody murdered. That's wrong. And we need to make sure that the world is safe for that. But there are many places that aren't. And Persepolis takes place partially in a place that isn't. I think it's important for people to check that out, to see how the rest of the world is in a way. And listen to other people's stories. People need to listen to other people. You need to read things from other people. You need to, Persepolis is an important book, an important graphic novel, and an important movie. Kind of like how, in school, I've seen I had a social issues teacher who made us watch Brubaker and also Cool Hand Luke. And 1984, well, some of it, fast forward through parts, but man, and I kind of feel like you need to see those. I think that there's a lot of stuff that people need to see as part of an overall experience, and Persepolis is an excellent film that's part of that experience. I believe that it is important for you to see this film. And you should. Go watch the movie, then come back here and tell me what you think. It is a bit controversial. And it has things to say from unusual perspectives that you may not be used to. But you know what? Discomfort and pain are a sign of growth, but also a sign that something is wrong. And also a sign that maybe there's certain stuff. How when you use muscles, when you lift things or go walking or running, you feel that little bit of pain afterwards. The reason for that is because you weren't using those muscles. You weren't using that part of you. An emotional or empathetic pain from something you've watched is a sign of growth in that area. So grow with us. Go watch Persepolis. Come back here and let me know what you think. It's unique.
Morning, Maya.